Pardon me.
This way's no good. I'll have to go around. A wagon in the Prague colours. This must be the missing soldiers. I reckon they won't be too pleased to see me. I have to find the painted chest with the charter, and then make myself scarce.
I've been...
What do you want? Ah! Ah! Ah!
You want to try me?
Show your stuff!
Greetings to you. Excuse me.
Go! Go! Ah!
My God. It looks like a bloody...
Easy, good horse.
Hey, what have I...
Greetings.
Tyres!
How can I help you, sir?
I need a bath. I've heard...
Don't.
I can't...
All right.
I'll gla-
Heck.
You sure slayed me today, warrior. I reckon now I'll have to scrub myself from head to toe.
Good day. Greetings to you too.
Praise God.
Hail Mary.
You seen Shotgun recently? I'm not his keeper. Why? What about?
God bless.
You really won't have anything to drink?
You know it is forbidden for me.
I've come about that charter you're looking for.
Have you got it?
Yes.
By Christ, Henry. All them men couldn't find it, and you just come strolling in. And the soldiers who were taking it to Sedlitz, did you find them as well?
Aye. But they weren't planning to go to Sedlitz. They deserted, and were hiding out in the sawmill near Lahota.
Horsons. Where are they now? What did you do with them?
I took care of them. They got what they deserved.
Well, well, he might look like a stripling, but he's anything but. Nice work. That's your mission accomplished, then. You're one of us from now on, Henry. Here, Take our Waffen and wear it with pride. And you know what? I think you should get paid right now. And a bit extra, even if I have to go without.
So we can move out from the camp at last?
First things first. You know the first thing every real soldier does when he gets paid? He gets shit drunk! Musa, did you hear that? Henry here found us that stupid document.
And he dealt with the traitors. Perhaps even too well for my taste.
Let them rot in hell, the Horsens.
And what now? Will you head out for Sedlets?
The sooner the better. Don't tell me you'll miss me.
It is just that you have not finished telling me the story of George and the dragon.
Really? All right, but telling a story like that needs a proper drink first. You too, Henry. Drink.
Me? I don't drink much.
Call yourself a man? As your captain, I order you to have a fucking drink. I don't like drinking alone. And you can forget about Musa.
Alcohol and gambling may have their uses, but they are also sinful. And much more sinful than beneficial. I mean, look at yourself. A man should have 4 humors in his body. But you have replaced them all with alcohol.
You're no saint yourself. I've heard from the bathhouse wenches how you can't take your eyes off them.
Every creature is beautiful and noble. For Allah created them thus. I'm just admiring his work.
You've got a way with words, I'll give you that. All the more reason I don't understand why you don't drink and play dice.
I simply do not want to.
But I fucking do. So come on, Henry. You'll play with me at least.
I'd be happy to play, but I don't have a groschen.
Damn it, lad, do you want a smack in the mouth? I just gave you your pay.
He has a head for trade, Dietrich. He's wasted on fighting in battle.
Balls to that, he's just cheeky. For that, I'll win the shirt off your back. Come on.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side. My God.
Shit! How could I have lost?
Glory to the victors, honor to the defeated. You'll get me back next time, sir.
You bet I will. I'll pluck you like a chicken. And now for a drink. And so St. George hops on his white steed, and he rides to the lake, where he sees a huge mountain with a cave at the bottom. Stench of sulfur, it's wafting from it. And so he shouts at the top of his lungs into the cave and says, Come out, dragon! I challenge you to a fight! And so, all of a sudden, the mountain moves, and massive dragon looks down at George and says, "Sir Knight, I accept your challenge, but why the fuck are you shouting up my arse?" I love that, sir. Up his arse.
Sir, you have to come with me quickly. The surgeon too.
Can't you see we're in the middle of serious debate?
No, please, come quickly, before it's too late.
What's going on?
This is Chatan. He leads the Cumans.
He has been stabbed. Tuts beseni. Kitchen out the west.
Who did it?
We will not get anything out of him in this state. We must get him to the infirmary before he bleeds to death.
Someone, please explain to me what the fuck is going on here.
They said they just found him like this.
These two, they were on guard in the tower, and out of the blue they heard a scream.
When his men find out about this, we'll be lucky to not end up in the same position as him.
We've got to move him quickly. He's in plain sight here.
Quick, before it's too late.
I'll help you with him.
You two, go to the gate. Don't let anyone in. You got it?
What are your orders, Lord of Baramlaka?
What do you think? Catch the bastard who did it!
Well, that never would have occurred to me. We're lucky to have you here.
Don't make me mad. If your men had done their sentry duty properly, we could have spared ourselves this fuck-up.
I'll deal with Aldebert and Radovan, don't you worry. But now we have to do something.
All right. You search this place, and I'll go to see Chertan in the infirmary.
Right now? What good can you do there? Be better if you help me here.
Do what I said and don't concern yourself with me. I'll go where I want, when I want.
Fine. Go to hell for all I care. So, Henry, Chertan's at death's door. Musa is up to his elbows in his guts. Grosov won't do a fucking thing. And I'm pissed out of my head. I'd like to hear any suggestions.
We have to tell someone. Let's leave for Sedlets first thing in the morning, and let Sigismund sort it out himself.
Have you lost your fucking mind? If Sigismund finds out what happened, he'll throw us to that Cuman rabble in the hope they won't all fuck off back to Hungary. We're gonna have to sort this out. Being a commander here is a right pain in the arse. Soldiering was different in my day. Nobody would have dared stab an officer right in the camp. Kurva! You know what, soldier? I'm gonna go and take care of something in my tent for a while. And you take a torch and search this place.
What am I supposed to be looking for?
I don't know. Anything. Have a look around. Check Chertan's tent. It's the one next to the stables. Maybe you'll find some clues. Maybe you'll find the murderer himself if he's a total idiot. Fucking and drinking until they're all slaughtered.
And lo and behold, where might this trail of blood lead to? Why would anyone throw away a lockpick here? Could it be I'm not the only one looking to make mischief here? Catherine was right. I'll never get such a massive cannon out of here. I have to get Cats to move it out of the camp somehow. Oh, there's powder all over the place. One spark and the whole store would be blown sky high. Are the soldiers really so lax? Or could there be more to it than that? Right. I've searched the whole place.
Did you find anything?
Nothing worth mentioning.
Oh, fucking hell. Let's hope Chertan can tell us something. Come on, let's go and see if Moose is done with him yet.
Where the fuck have you been all this time? While you lot have been playing with cocks up there, Chertan croaked.
What? Musa couldn't save him?
That fucking sawbone of yours finished him off, more like. He took one of his pagan potions and poured it down his throat.
Can someone explain what the fuck happened here?
Chertan's dead. Not from his wounds. He was poisoned. Sir Grozav is right about that. But he could not be more wrong about the rest.
How dare you, you foreign dog!
Calm down, sir. Go on, Musa.
When Chertan was brought here, he was bleeding heavily, and his wounds needed stitching. But he survived. Then I gave him some wine to prepare him for treatment. That is the usual procedure. But what was not usual was that he started vomiting blood. And then he died.
What nonsense is that?
Someone must have poisoned the wine while I was not looking.
Oh, he was hiding under the table waiting for you to turn your back, was he?
Where did you get the wine from? I thought you didn't drink.
As I said, I give it to wounded men to ease their pain and for certain complaints. At the right dose, it can be very beneficial. It is not all that common in my country, but I follow the teachings of the great scholar Ibn Sina. You Christians know him as Avicenna. I tried other alcohol as well, but drinking mead makes my patients worse. And if I give them beer, they almost always shit themselves.
That's enough! Keep an eye on this fiend till I bring the guards.
Wait, sir. I have no idea what happened here, but Musa is definitely innocent. Chertan was stabbed first, wasn't he? And Musa was with me in my tent when that happened.
So, he's in league with someone else?
With one of the half-wits here? I doubt that.
Are you sure you're not trying to cover for him?
I beg your pardon.
Don't try that on me. I know very well you and that foreigner are best pals.
I will happily take an oath. I may not be a nobleman like you, but that doesn't mean I don't have my honor.
There's no way Musa is to blame. Even if he wanted to kill Chertan, he must have known that suspicion would fall on him first.
The lad's right.
Might I say a word about this matter?
You can be glad you're not in irons.
Please, sir. Give me some time, and I will bring to you the real murderer. We won't leave this place until we clear this up. You have my word.
So I'm supposed to let a murderer go and put up with you in my camp meanwhile. Are you yanking my pizzle?
But, sir...
Silence! Musa will remain under guard in his tent. He will not speak to anyone until the royal justiciar arrives from Sedlets. He'll deal with him. And my advice to you two is to sit on your asses and twiddle your thumbs. If word gets out that Chertan's been done in, things will get pretty hot around here for all of us.
Where do you think you're going, Henry? Stay here and talk. What do you say to all this?
Why did you stand up for Musa like that?
I don't even know. Maybe it's because he actually listens to all my stories and bad jokes. You must have got to know him a bit by now, too, huh? It must be clear to you he didn't kill Churton.
Well, I'd say my opinion on these things doesn't matter. You're the commander.
Of course I am. But you could answer my questions when I fucking ask you.
Well, the most important thing is to help Musa somehow, I reckon. We can't let them hang him without proof.
I'm glad we see eye to eye on this.
Well, what are we going to do then?
That's what I'd like to know. We have to find the real murderer as quickly as possible. But what do I know about that? I'm not the royal justiciar.
What is this royal justiciar?
He's a crown official who makes sure the law is enforced in this land. His people catch and try all sorts of counterfeiters, rebels, aye, murderers too. Sigismund may not have appointed one yet, but I've heard he's put Steber of Steversitz in charge of this kind of thing. And if that's true, and Gorzov brings him here, we're all in the shit.
Who is this Stibor of Stebersitz?
A real big cheese, lad. He owns half of Upper Hungary. And you don't get that kind of wealth by being kind-hearted. Trust me.
You really don't have any idea what to do next?
How could I? We should probably talk to Musa. Find out exactly what happened.
But Grozov has him under guard.
And there's no way I can get to him. Everyone knows my face. But you could do it.
Me?
Who else, soldier? I need help. Someone I can trust. And you spent the whole evening with me, so you're not a suspect. You have to get rid of the guard somehow, and get to Musa.
All right. How much time do we have? To find the murderer, I mean.
I'm not sure. Grozov will most likely write a report to Sigismund, and delivering it to Sedlitz won't take long. Then he has to decide what to do next, which means sending the Royal Justiciar here. And how long can that take? I'd say we have 2 days or so.
All right. I'll kill the guard.
Have you lost your mind?
Well, how else am I supposed to get to Musa?
Just distract him somehow. Don't fucking kill anyone. Isn't one dead man enough?
If you say so. It'll take longer, though.
Better to be thorough than fast. And Henry, be careful. I'm depending on you.
Good to see you.
Huh? I heard... Never mind. Strange.
Was it you who found Chertan?
Aye. Me and my comrade there.
I need to ask you a couple of questions.
I don't know nothing. We didn't do nothing.
You really didn't see anything? You're standing there on the tower, and you don't hear a man getting murdered? That's a bit odd, isn't it?
Are you deaf? I told you we didn't notice nothing.
No, I believe you. But that only tells me you weren't taking your guard duty as seriously as you claim you were.
Well, it's possible.
What's possible?
It's possible we dozed off for a while.
Oh, Christ. I knew it. You two were asleep up there.
No, we might have just shut one eye for a moment, but we wasn't sleeping. We'd have noticed if anything happened there. But before Cherton started yelling, it was all peace and quiet.
What did you do when you found Cherton?
It all happened so fast. Before we could come to our senses and decide what to do, Crow turned up.
Crow?
Aye. He heard the racket and came to see what was going on. And I'll tell you, when he saw Cherton, he went as pale as a ghost. But he snapped out of it quick and told us to wait for him to go and get cats. If it wasn't for him, Cherton would have bled to death there.
How did you find Cherton?
I don't remember too well. I remember we heard someone yelling. So we ran down to the ammunition store, and there he was on the ground.
As far as I know, there were two of you on guard duty on the tower. What's the other soldier like?
Him? God's teeth. He's the most annoying bloke I've ever met. Can't keep his mouth shut. A complete twat.
Anyone can be a bit of a twat sometimes.
But he out-twats them all. He never stops banging on about the most run-of-the-mill things. Like, he was living in a cave until now. I tried to tell him I'm not fucking interested, but he doesn't take any notice. Between you and me, it's quite a relief that this business with Cherton shut him up for a while.
Good day to you.
Oh, what are you doing here?
That's what I'd like to know. They just came and said I should guard the physician and not let him out of my sight. Even if he wants to piss, I have to go with him. You wouldn't happen to know what's going on, would you?
I heard someone was threatening Musa. They're afraid someone might come and cut his throat. So they thought it best to have him under guard. But you didn't hear it from me. Got that?
Mother of God! Why do I have to be the one to guard him? Am I supposed to get my throat cut for him?
Look, why don't you go for a walk or something? Who knows what's happening with Musa? You don't want to get mixed up in anything dangerous.
And leave him unguarded? Do you know what Grozov would do if he found out? Huh. I'll take my chances here, thanks.
Henry? What are you doing here? Grozov said...
Now, to hell with Grozov. Katz believes you didn't do it. We have to clear your name somehow.
I truly appreciate that. But I am not sure that is possible. Tinja sireye, mene mene sireye.
What?
It is a proverb from my country. It means the road to truth has many twists and turns.
Well, we'll straighten them all out. Don't worry. But I'm gonna need your help. What happened when you brought Chertan to the infirmary?
I already told you everything. We laid him on the table. Crow went his own way and I started cleaning Chertan's wounds. Then I gave him some wine to drink. And he suddenly began to shake and vomit blood soon after. He was dead.
And what happened next?
Then the noble lord of Borumlaka arrived and started to go mad.
Did Chertan say anything before he died?
He tried to, but my Hungarian is not as good as I thought. He was coughing so much that I could not understand anything.
What about that wine? Could I take a look at it?
Lord Grozav poured it away in anger before you arrived, so that I could not poison anyone else, he said.
He poured it away? When it could have helped us? The wine was evidence.
Evidence that here in Bohemia you will drink, even vinegar. It smelt and looked the same, as always. Except perhaps it was a little more cloudy.
Where was the wine from, actually?
A bathhouse maid brought it to me along with my clean laundry. A very pretty girl. Black hair, nicely built. Catherine, I think she's called.
Catherine? Are you sure?
Absolutely. But I doubt that she was mixed up in this. Chertan was not the first person I gave the wine to today. The wine must have been poisoned here, in my infirmary.
All right. But what now? How will we find the murderer?
I have done some thinking about that. After all, what else can I do here? The best thing would be to investigate the poison. Every poison has different effects. One makes your hair fall out. Another turns your guts inside out. If we discover what poison was used on Chertan, we just have to find it, and the mystery is solved.
But wouldn't it be enough to search the whole camp? I don't imagine many people here keep poison on them, eh?
You would be surprised, my friend. I may not be an expert, but I know that many everyday things are actually poisonous. What is more, you cannot just run around the camp searching people and then try to figure out which of that horde is the murderer.
How can we identify the poison, then?
That is not hard. I examine the dead body, I find the symptoms of the poison, and I compare them with known effects of poisons. That is, I would, if I could get out of here.
And could I help you somehow? I may not be as learned as you, but I do know how much herb Paris to put in a potion to make someone fall asleep but not die.
Excellent, my friend. Maybe we can manage this together. The first thing to do is to go to Chertan's corpse and examine it thoroughly. Arms, legs, face. You must remember everything that looks strange to you. In the infirmary, you'll find a chest. Take from it my almanac of poisons and compare what you saw with the symptoms described there. You can read, I hope.
Aye, pretty well.
Excellent. The chest is locked, but I trust you will manage somehow.
You have a whole book just about poisons? Where did you get it?
I bought it on my way here, in Moravia. I have not yet had time to study it properly, but please, do not mention it to anyone. It would not look good for someone in my situation to have such a book. You surely understand.
Right. Examine Chertan's body and read the book. I can manage that. Who do you think killed Chertan?
I have no idea. But what I do know is that we will not get anywhere if we suspect everyone in the camp. Who do you think is the prime suspect at this moment?
Couldn't it have been just about anyone?
It might seem so at first glance, but not when you give it some thought. Most of the people in the camp respected Chertan. And besides, not everyone can get up to the powder store.
Well, what do you think?
I think it must be someone from here. A stranger would have been noticed. What is more, most people are not allowed up to the powder store, and I would bet that it was one of us who was there at the time. And because it cannot be you, me, or Katz, that leaves Grozav, Stephen, and the two guards. Someone should question them all. Maybe their statements will give something away.
Well, I don't have much time, but I'll try to talk to them.
I am very grateful, my friend.
What if we forgot about finding the murderer, and I just helped you escape? You'd be long gone before Grozav found out.
Thank you for the offer. But look at me. My appearance is a little conspicuous. There is nowhere for me to hide in this country. And even if I did get away by some miracle, they would punish you and Cats instead of me. I cannot allow that.
Right, I've learned something about poisons. Now I should examine Chertan's body. All right, here we go. Holy Mary, Mother of God, don't let me miss anything, and forgive me for what I'm doing to this unfortunate wretch. He looks a bit ruddy. But is that from the poison? Or was he just drunk? I can't see anything strange here. No bruises or broken lips. No signs of poisoning. Ah, what a stench. He coughed up some blood, all right. But he also threw his guts up. Ah, some poisons are so strong that the body tries to expel them. He looks horribly rigid and contorted. He must have died in awful spasms. Nothing strange here except the stiffness and broken nails. Could he have dug his nails into the table when the spasms started? And what's this here? Something that looks like warts. But did the poison cause them? Or was he a filthy pig and always had them? Completely rigid. Just like the arms. But, oh, Christ, what a stink! Ugh, he shat himself. I've heard it happens to the dead, but that much? Ugh. Maybe the poison did that. That's a nasty wound. I almost feel sorry for Chertan. But why would someone kill him in the most heavily guarded part of the camp, instead of trying to lure him outside? Oh, his belly's hacked to ribbons. Who could have butchered him like that, for God's sake? Almost everything is covered in blood. But there doesn't seem to have been much of a fight. His things can't tell me anything, unfortunately. That'll have to do. I found out enough. He threw up on himself, he had spasms, he shat himself, warts or lesions on his hands, as red as a poppy. But that could be from drinking, or lots of things. I mustn't forget anything. That's the main thing.
I must be mad. To hell with it.
I read that book of yours, and I think I know now what Chertown was poisoned with.
What do you mean, you think? Do you know or not?
Not really, no. I'll have to give this some more thought.
Think fast, my friend.
I know what Chertown was poisoned with. The potion is called Kiss of Death. It causes vomiting, cramps, boils, and rapid death.
This name means nothing to me. I suppose I did not get that far in the book, but if you think the symptoms are the same, I will believe you. Are you sure it was that poison? Were there not more in the book?
Absolutely certain. The murderer couldn't have used anything else.
All right. I have no choice but to believe you. Now, we can only hope that the murderer has not had time to get rid of the evidence.
better start searching fast, hadn't I? You said that the suspects are Grozav, Crow, and the 2 guards. This won't take long.
Wait a moment. There is something I must tell you.
Of course. Go on.
First, you should know that I am grateful for what you are doing. Were it not for your investigation, I probably would not be standing here. But I cannot stop thinking about how brilliantly you dealt with Mishek. Why would someone with your abilities want to enlist? I do not suspect you of Teritan's murder, of course. Do not worry. It is all strange, though. People have just been sitting around for months here. And all of a sudden you turn up, and everything is turned upside down.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
Tell me the truth, my friend. Who are you? Really?
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Even if I tell you, you can trust me.
No. I'm just carrying out Katz's orders, that's all.
If you say so. But it is a pity. This could have been a very interesting conversation.
I think I'll just go and search the tents.
Good luck. I am depending on you.
Good to see you.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
Still, it's crazy. Slicing people open.
I must be mad. Huh. It seems I missed it.
Stop, you bastard! Nobody's allowed in here.
But I'm Moose's assistant, and I need his advice. We've got lots of sick men.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but nobody's allowed to see Musa.
Beautiful, but empty. No poison. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. There's nothing here. Musa's definitely not to blame. For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Huh? Help! Everybody! Over here!
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozov's fallen on hard times.
I'm not going to find anything here.
No, I won't find that bastard now. Not here, anyway.
At least he hasn't had to sell his armor to buy booze yet. Grozov doesn't strike me as a keen reader. Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
I'm always glad to see polite. I'll bear it in mind, but I'm not going anywhere with you. What would I be looking for there anyway?
Surrender at once. Are you deaf? Fine. You had your chance. Yeah.
Valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make Dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with Kiss of Death. Or was he?
Ah, fucking nice. Huh? What the? Wait, I'll go and see what's making that noise.
Any idea what that was? I'll go there.
What's
Did
that?
I imagine it? Fuck it.
To hell with it.
Look, I'm not on duty now, so calm down.
Is that blood? No, piss. Ugh, filthy pig. The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses? Oak. And dry as a bone. Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death. Just a broom. No, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Nothing out of the ordinary. Ugh, stinks of vomit.
God be with you. Keep the peace and we'll stay friends.
Cheers. I hope you have an uneventful shift.
So here you are. Now I've got you. Surrender at once.
All right. You caught me. I surrender.
Surrender at once. The fucking thief. I've got you. Tried to pick that lock, eh? Fucking thief.
All right, I'll pay. I don't want any trouble.
Now, show me what you've got. Let's see if you have anything stolen on you.
All right. Have a look then.
All right, then. I don't see anything else suspicious. In that case, an indulgence will suffice. Now, be on your way.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
That fast? You're yanking my pizzle. Go and find some more evidence. So Stibor hasn't arrived yet in any case.
A knight held captive here died recently. Peter of Sukatleski. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, yes. He was in poor shape when they brought him in. But if they had let me treat him, I might have been able to save him.
What was wrong with him?
I only saw him very briefly, but it was obvious he was in bad shape. He was pale, his eyes were bloodshot, and he was acting like he had been hit very hard on the head.
So it really was illness that killed him then?
Well, partly, but mostly it was negligence and disrespect for human life.
Did they forbid you from treating the prisoner?
No, not directly anyway. But let us say they made it very clear to me that the wounded from the king's army were the priority. And there is no shortage of them.
But there hasn't been a battle for some time.
Exactly. They are bored. So they get drunk and knock each other's teeth out or strain their backs in the baths.
Are you certain that knight could still be helped? Might treating him have been pointless?
Only Allah can cure the ill. I can lessen their pain, put them into a deep sleep or such. But who am I to decide whether or not the pain will return, or if they will wake up from their sleep? I do have plenty of experience, though. And I think I can recognize who has a chance of surviving and who does not.
Thank you. I'm going now.
Greetings to you.
I'd like to ask a couple of questions about Chertan's murder.
I have a couple of questions of my own. What actually happened? Kat said Chertan is dead and Musa's locked up.
Well, it's even more complicated than that. But I don't have time to explain it to you now. I need to ask you a couple of questions.
Go ahead and ask then, but quietly, damn it. I don't want anyone to know about it.
Where were you when Chertan was poisoned?
Where do you think? In my tent. After I helped take him to the infirmary with Musa, I went my own way.
Well, you just went off to have a nap?
No, I doubled the guard, drew up the orders for tomorrow, and made sure nobody was allowed to leave the camp. When something like this happens, people like me have lots to do all of a sudden.
It was you who came to tell us that Chertan had been stabbed, wasn't it? How did you get involved in the first place?
Me? I was close by, that's all. My tent is right below the palisade. And when the two guards found Chertan, they ran to get me.
Hold on. The two guards said otherwise. They said they found Chertan and were discussing what to do when you turned up. By yourself.
Is that what they said? It's possible. I can't remember now. It all happened so fast. And anyway, how am I supposed to remember all this shit? Maybe I heard them and went to see what was going on.
Are you sure you don't want to tell me what really happened?
All right. You want the truth, so I'll tell you the truth. In fact, I really was up top. It's because I had to keep an eye on you.
Me? Why, for Christ's sake?
You really don't know? You may have been given our colours, but you're still a stranger. I didn't want you running around unsupervised. But it seems you're a decent fella, so don't fuck it up now.
Tell me more about the storage space.
What about it? There's a cannon and some powder there. We built it a few days after we arrived because it's a good idea to keep that kind of stuff safe. If it blew up, the whole place would be blown to smithereens. And if someone didn't happen to set fire to it, someone else might have robbed it. Folk are like magpies.
Oh, except for you, the crow.
Very droll. Never heard that one before. Aye, but now I'll ask you something. Who do you think did it?
Well, I don't know who it was, but there's one thing I can say. He's bound to be long gone by now.
For all our sakes, I hope you're wrong. If Chertan's mob find out we let the murderer get away, we're done for.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about Chertan's murder.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, it was just that I found a couple of interesting things in your tent. Isn't there something you should tell me?
No, and get off my back.
Calm down. If I wanted to snitch on you, I'd go straight to Katz without bothering to ask you any questions.
Well, let's say you might have a point. What was it you said?
You know something about the murder, don't you?
Maybe a little, but I don't want word to get out, all right?
Why would anyone kill Chertan anyway?
Maybe it wasn't about Chertan. Maybe someone wanted to do something in the ammunition store, but Chertan turned up, so we had to kill him.
In the ammunition store? What would anyone be doing there?
Trying to blow it sky high.
What? What good would that do anyone?
It might make him very rich. Let's say Sigismund has a lot of enemies who are planning something big. It'll start in Italy, I hear, and it'd come in very handy if someone gave the king a setback before that. He'd lose allies there, and here his camp goes to shit. There's sure to be dozens of saboteurs all over the Empire, just like the one here.
I should probably report you. But I've got a much better idea. Let's say I'm not a great supporter of Sigismund. What if we were to help each other out?
That doesn't sound bad. Let me finish my work. We can put the blame for Chertan's murder on Grozav. I can't stand that fucker anyway.
What, accusing an innocent man? He'll be executed.
Better him than me. So, can we make a deal?
But there's one condition. The storeroom doesn't blow up until we set off for Sedlets. I need that cannon of yours.
Ah, so that's why you're here. All right, I can arrange that. I'll prepare a long fuse and light it just before departure. With a bit of luck, we'll be long gone when it blows up. But first, we have to get rid of Grozav. I have a poisonous plant here. Put it in the chest in his tent, and at the trial, we'll say he used it to poison Chertan.
That won't be necessary. I've been in his tent, and he already has a couple of poisonous plants there.
Really? Christ, there's more to him than meets the eye. All the better for us, though. Oh, and don't try to double-cross me. Got that?
Who has the key to the ammunition store?
I don't know. Katz and Grozav for sure, but I've no idea if anyone else has a key. I'm too small fry for that.
Lord be with you.
Do you know how it ended up with Victoria?
Honestly, no. She hasn't been to the camp in God knows how long. I went to have a look at our meeting place. She wasn't there, but someone had placed a small cross under the birches.
A cross? For who?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. See you later.
Hail!
We have to talk.
I hope it's important. The less we're seen together, the better.
Oh, you bet it's important. Someone poisoned Chertan, the Cuman's commander.
All right. That is bad. Damn it! You're not involved in this, are you?
No. But I have to find the murderer. Kat said he won't set off for Sedlets until it's cleared up.
That old sod. He's never gonna get off that lazy arse of his.
Musa said that Chertan was poisoned with wine you brought to the infirmary. It's not your doing, is it?
Do you think I'm stupid enough to spoil my own plans?
Was there anything strange about that wine?
It's the same gut rot everyone in the camp drinks.
Musa said it looked cloudy.
I don't know anything about that. It was clear when I took it to him. Oh, unless...
Unless someone mixed some poison into it. I think I know how Chertan was poisoned.
Good work, Henry. You're too smart to be a soldier, but like every man, you prefer boasting to hard work. Go and find that murderer so we can get out of here. Shishka is waiting for us.
Hail Mary. Are your wildflowers? Or how
Right.
come they smell so
I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Chertan was poisoned, wasn't he? But I searched the whole infirmary and Musa's tent and didn't find any poison anywhere.
Why would I have any? I heal people.
Musa of Mali will remain silent until I personally ask him a question.
Surely you aren't going to believe this boy, sir, are you? Musa could easily have hidden the poison somewhere. The camp's big enough for that. Or did you search the whole camp on your hands and knees, soldier?
But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Chertan was killed by the camp commander, Grozav of Boromlaka.
What?
You scum! How dare you!
Silence!
You aren't going to let this peasant insult me, are you, sir? You should cut him down to size.
That can wait. First, I want to know how he came up with this insolent claim. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
So Grozav was most likely trying to steal black powder. It's very valuable, and often gets stolen, I've heard. But Chertan caught him in the act. There was a fight, and that's how it ended.
Me? Stealing? What impudence!
What do you base this on?
There was powder scattered all over the storeroom floor. Chertan disturbed Sir Grozav, then he spilt the powder.
I've had enough of this. Another word and I'll have your tongue cut out.
But Sir Grozav, why are you getting so worked up over this simple fellow? You don't have anything to hide, do you?
Me? Of course not.
See then? We shall continue. What happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Grozav went to the infirmary a little before me and Katz. He could easily have had time to poison the wine Musa gave to Chertan.
What say you, Sir Musa?
It cannot be ruled out.
Well, Sir Grozav, what actually happened?
Why are you all still listening to that dung grubber? Where would I get hold of poison?
You brewed it up yourself. I found lots of valerian in your tent, which is used to make dollmaker potion. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
That's enough. You'll die, you liar.
Silence! I've heard more than enough. Sir Grozav, you will come with me.
Me?
The king will not stand for wrongdoing among his nobles. That must be punished.
But I didn't do anything.
Don't make this harder than it need be.
Keep away from me.
Calm now, sir. Calm down.
Shut up, you worm. It's all your fault anyway. I won't let you put this on me. You hear?
Now you're gonna get it.
Well, Sir Stibor, one problem is cleared up, and another one takes its place.
I wouldn't say that. We've rid the king of one idiot. It's just a pity Cherton had to die because of it. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for the unpleasantness you suffered.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
What will happen to the camp now?
That is not your concern. I will personally take command. You just get rid of the corpse and clear out the royal tent for me.
With pleasure. We won't be staying long anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time.
Not missing.
GeForce!
I'm at your service, sir.
What's that nice smell?
Manuel! Manuel!
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlets.
At last, I won't have to wash the Cumans' asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
Nice and slow.
Greetings to you too. Hey! You nearly ran into me!
Have done without all this. By the way, should I prepare the infirmary?
What for? I'd rather you found something.
All right, I'm ready. We can get out of here.
The sooner the better. Deserters, traitors, murders. I'm getting too old for all this. But the really heavy shit is still ahead of us. I can't imagine how I'm going to explain to the king that Sir Grozov, who he personally put in charge of his soldiers, is a murderer.
Well, maybe it won't be so bad, and Sir Stibor will back you up. I heard Sigismund wasn't too fond of Grozov.
Just he can't say it openly, because the other nobles wouldn't like it. Well, let's leave it be now. Otherwise we won't get out of here before dark. Sedlets await!
So the devil jumps him from behind a tree. But Pa, who's already got his blood up, just grabs him by the horns, wrestles him to the ground, and then starts giving the devil such a hiding. The fur is flying off. Wait, fellas. After Pa was done with it, devil. Bloody sex. What the fuck?
on the noggin! Watch out!
Right! Nice!
You!
Scheiß auf den Scheiß!
You're dead!
Wir werden dich ausnehmen! Schulterschlag!
Come on, man! You've got it!
Next! You wanna try me?
Once more, and we can go home!
I'll slice you up!
You won't get away with that! And under has taught! Don't kill him! This one's mine!
Christ! It stinks! At least it stopped the bleeding.
There. It's done.
What's the matter? Aren't you happy?
It just doesn't seem right, what we did to those people.
Not people, the enemy. Remember that. Trust me, you'll sleep a lot better. By the way, who's that fella over there? The one who fought on our side?
He's called Crow. We met in the camp. I wouldn't say he's our ally, but he's against Sigismund. He killed the Cuman's commander and blew up the ammunition store. It's a long story.
Fucking hell, now that's a man. I like the sound of him a lot more than a lot who've settled into Devil's Den. Brabant has already brought up his promised reinforcements.
What are they like?
Well, you'll see for yourself. But now, we have to get out of here first.
Now go ahead without me. There's something I still have to take care of.
You want to have a drink to celebrate that we're still alive, eh? All right, then. But don't take too long. You don't want to miss pointing von Bergov's own cannon up his nose, do you? Damn it, lads, get a move on! We'll never make it to Devil's Den today at this rate.
You fucking traitor.
Calm down, or you'll faint again. You've lost a lot of blood.
What now? What are you going to do with me?
Well, you're a good man. You deserve an honorable death.
The commander should fall with his men.
You swine!
Die, you wretch!
Well. You still here?
As you can see.
What are you gonna do now? Go home to Prague?
So I have to explain to everyone what happened to Cats? I'll give that a miss, thanks. The first thing I'm going to do is collect the rest of my reward. And after that, we'll see.
Well, wouldn't you rather hang around a while longer? We're planning something big at Malashov, and we could use every pair of hands.
Now? When I'm finally going to get my coin? No thanks. The last thing I want to do now is put my neck on the line.
Well, you'd make some coin with us as well. Who knows what we'll find at Malashov?
And you wouldn't mind having a traitor among you?
I think we'd cope. What's more, I reckon you owe me.
Shit, Henry. If I knew you were going to beg like this, I'd have run off without saying farewell. All right, I'll help you. But after Malashov, I'm out. Got that?
Thank you. I appreciate it. Really.
All right, just don't start crying. And if I get killed somewhere along the way, I'll come back and haunt you.
Zizka want to talk to you, eh? You always hungry after fight, eh? Go and see Zizka.
I want to go to Devil's Den with you.
Hop onto the wagon then. You'll travel like a lord.
Seems like we poked a hornet's nest with that ambush, eh?
We did. And that means the Devil's Den won't be safe much longer.
Another reason not to stick around there and attack Malashov.
Well, we're in luck. Ada's just returned from a scouting mission, and he says von Burkov's at the castle.
And what about Brabant's men? You were saying you don't like the look of them.
I just don't trust them somehow. But I'll admit that Frenchman surprised me. They're no greenhorns.
We'll see how they fare in battle.
Indeed we will. We'll soon get going. Get ready, and then we'll plan what's next.
What would you like?
I'd like... Do you have...
My
What?
ex...
I'll
Or... Don't be afraid to tell me what you want next time. There's no need to be embarrassed. Anyway, now to have a bath.
Stop for a moment, good sir. To hell with you!
Death! Show your stuff!
I'm all yours! You wanna try me? Show your stuff! You won't get me! I'm all yours!
And what can I get for you?